Way! This is Papa Zero once again with another beautiful build. Yup, it's Soulrend, or SR for short, not to be confused with Scape Rune. I haven't played SR in a few years, so after randomly finding the node that enables 2 additional projectiles to be fired at the cost of the projectile speed, I decided why not? Let's go all in. And by that I mean spend the least amount of money possible to make a decent-ish build. I never really make my build center around defenses. I don't know why I'm lying to you. All of my builds don't have any defenses. So this time, I felt like the damage was going to be there, so after playing with the different POB setups, I made the choice. I was going to make the only defensive build of the league for me. I would go Melding of the Flesh, and for that I needed a Flask Finder. Cause an additional negative 77 all res, yikes, come on! Who came up with that? GGG balancing team did, and for good reason. Got you. Moving on. Sometimes I work on builds for a few weeks at a time, and this one ain't no exception. Is it so you can dial in the small nuances of the build and really fine-tune it to the nth degree, Papa Zero? No. Sometimes I see an item that's amazing and more importantly cheap, so I buy it. Play around with the POB for like 7 days, and then I find another shiny item that catches my cornea. And I won't touch the original item for a few weeks. Yeah. So with that said, I was lucky enough to snipe an Aladdin's Visage helm with max lightning resistance and the Soulrend notable. And so the hunt for the rest of the gear began. All of it was relatively cheap except for the shield. Yeah. Let me tell you a story. Don't worry, it's only 6 minutes long. I wasn't really done with the POB and I didn't exactly know how I was going to build this character, but I knew I wanted max light res and Soulrend notable on an evasion based shield. So I rolled my shield first and surprisingly got lucky with the harvest craftons. So I said to myself, haha, I will be bold, I am lucky. I'm gonna get like 125 evasion rating notable on top of the other 2 in a single try. Here we go. Furnace recombination, go! Show me my shield, I say. And it promptly failed. And I got 0 out of the 3 nodes. Nice. That's okay. I gently whispered underneath my breath. I will spend another pretty penny and buy one more 3 notable shield that shall be sacrificed to the oven gods. Surely I will get it this time. Nope. I got the max light res and that's it. So after like the 5th try, I was running low on funds, so I started buying shields with just the 2 of the nodes. Then, after 20 more tries, I decided, you know what? Just the SR notable is fine. I almost gave up, but I ain't no quitter most of the time. So not giving a hoot about the max light res either anymore, and just focusing and trying to go for the SR node alone. After 6 more tries, I finally got it. But dang, was it a journey. I was lucky enough to actually get an evasion notable as well. This was just by fluke. But then again, I was microwaving only evasion shields, so 1 out of 10 would not recommend. I spent like 40 vines on the shield and about 10 hours of non-stop farming to get the shield of not my dreams. Alright! POB for this build is linked below, of course, but one of the reasons why I made this build originally was because when I saw the SR node, I was thinking, can I make the projectiles be so slow that they will stand still? And similarly to the Calandra League, when Spectral Helix ran supreme with its motion capture, stop action, something. Can I make him do like infinite damage or something? But alas, that is not the case. At the end of the video, I respec a bit and show ya how slow I was able to make the projectiles go. Super silly, but fun. Maybe only practical in simulacrum? Question mark. Now, some of you may still throw scorn essences at this build and ask why even bother playing if there ain't no cats MTX. Well, I can't argue with that sound logic. But unfortunately, I ain't got the MTX, so I made a visual representation to show you what the build may feel like if one was to use Cat's MTX. So here we go. This is for those who are considering playing this build, but are torn because they didn't see any cats.
Disclaimer, when playing this build, you will not actually cast purple Garfields from your hands or, weirdly, from your back, no matter what MTX you use.
Alright, let's go over the gear. Dagger with some damage stuffs, nice. Cast speed, ooh, SR notable, right there, yup. Aladdin's helm, right here. Max light res, and the SR notable, of course. The pesky little shield That's not bad with yup, another SR notable. Lightning coil with +2, I got, again, super lucky, patient, got it for about 150C. They probably go for a lot more than that. Cool amulet with cast speed and +1. Self-crafted ring with life gained on hit with spells. Nimbus. Gentle gloves with the +2 to AoE to get another +1 light res from the purity of lightning. The one, the only belt that I seem to put on all of my builds, because I don't have any other belts. The boots with resistances. Here are the flasks, and because of the mastery that gives us 4% life recoverage, the first 2 flasks are used when they reach full, and the last 3 used when they end. That way I have a good bit of mixture at recoverance, the life edge. Which actually brings me to the Watcher's Eye. More life gained on hit, and fizz damage taken as lightning. Combined, I have something like 81% fizz damage taken as elemental. I'm using Forbidden Jewels to get the frenzy charges, and super cool elegant hubris. Look at this bad boy. Very nice. Even gives me endurance charges as well. I'm not using Eldritch Battery, so a lot of the pieces of the gear are entrenched, nay, engulfed with mana and mana regen. Very important. And putting level 1 precision linked to arrogance enabled me to get an additional +1 to all LE res. Combined with the shield and purity of lightning, I have 87 all res and 80 chaos res. Alright, so here it is currently what I'm playing with. This is the speed. You can see mapping and everything works just fine. And here is me respecking a few points and getting the adjacent animosity notable with the 15% less projectile speed mastery. So you can kind of see their difference and how slow it is. Again, maybe in Simulacrum you can kind of have fun since, you know, the dot damage does continuous damage. So mapping and whatnot, probably not the best, but you could. Pretty funny. I even replaced one of the gems with slow proj. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another beautiful build.